Hello. Today, everyone is here, our whole family's here, TJ, Daisy May, Stanley, to do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching together. We would love to offer you a quicker, what would you like to call it? Quicker?
Just stretching.
Stretching
Just
routine.
Good stretching.
Good stretching.
Yeah, that's what I need.
TJ just went for a long run, so this will be good if you just did a little bit of cardio or if you just need a quick stretch in the morning. We're going to focus on hamstrings and releasing the low back. Those are two things that we like to focus on.
Yes.
So, are you ready?
I am, I think. I don't know if these guys are ready.
We're going to go ahead and start in standing. So make your way up to the top of your mat. Really grounding down through your feet. Reaching up through the crown of your head. Relaxing your shoulder blades down your back. Draw your shoulder blades together. Spin the palms forward. Perfect. Take a big breath in here, grounding down through all four corners of your feet. And maybe you'd like to bring your hands to your heart, and you can come to an intention for your practice today. Maybe a little bit more flexibility in the body and mind. So whatever your intention is, just be there with it. And then release your hands down to your sides. Take a big full breath in, reach up. Palms maybe press the top. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to find our first standing forward fold. So you can do a ragdoll here if you'd like, grasping opposite elbows as you hang heavy. You can bend into your knees as much as you'd like, so much so that maybe your chest just lays on top of your thighs. Just not putting too much stress in the hamstrings, but helping your body release through the hamstrings. You can shake your head yes and no to release through the cervical spine. Just allowing your body to become really heavy. You can even sway side to side with your upper body. Helping to release there. Maybe shift a little bit of weight into the balls of your feet. That will really light up the hamstrings. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Take 2 more breaths here. Maybe you can surrender to gravity a little bit more and feel it help you into your stretch. And then release your hands down on either side of your feet. Inhale, you can find a flat back. Lengthen through the crown of the head, through the tailbone. Fingers come to your shins. Exhale, release your hands down onto the mat, bend your knees, and step back to a high plank. And then shift your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. So in your first downward facing dog, you can bend into your knees. You're just taking that modification as much as you would like to limit any too tense of feelings in the hamstrings. Reaching up long through the tailbone towards the sky as you press into your finger mounds, into all your knuckles, particularly paying attention to pressing into the thumbs and index fingers. Take a big full breath in here and out. Exhale, release. If you'd like, you can pedal the feet, bending into one knee and then the other. You don't have to take that option, but sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of movement. You can move as slowly or as quickly as you'd like. Just moving intentionally is the key. Really active in the arms, pressing back, pressing the thigh bones back as much as you can. We'll be here for 1 more breath. And then moving through some vinyasas, inhale to your high plank. Exhale to lower all the way down onto your tummy. And then inhale up to the tops of your feet. You can do baby cobra, or TJ's doing upward facing dog.
Oh, I thought you said vinyasa.
Nope, you're good. Exhale to downward facing dog when you're ready. How does it feel?
Good.
Good. Okay.
Sorry, I messed it up.
We are going to do 2 more of those. So on your next inhale, float out to your high plank. At this point, you can go all the way down onto your belly, or you can find your low push-up on your exhale. So your low push-up would be chaturanga, hugging your elbows in. Inhale to either your baby cobra or upward facing dog, stretching through the front body, releasing through the shoulder. Yeah, there you go, next. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a breath here, and then we will move through that again. So inhale to your high plank. Keep your belly button drawn in towards your spine. Lift your hips. Okay. Exhale down, low push-up. Inhale up to your upward facing dog to release your shoulder blades as much as you can. Pull your heart space through. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then inhale, lift your right leg up. Keeping the hips square. Exhale, pull your knee towards your chest as much as you can and step through. Take as many little steps as you need to. Finding your way into your low lunge. So heel toe your foot a bit more forward. The ankle should be underneath the knee. And then release your knee down. I'm going to give you a blanket for under your knee. You can use any blanket. Release down. And then you can keep your hands grounded. You can bring your hands interlace on top of the right thigh. And just shift back so that you're feeling really aligned from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And then maybe on your exhale, you can shift a little bit of weight forward, feeling the stretch into the front of the left leg. So into your hip flexors, your quad. Daisy found a nice spot to lay. On your next inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Grasp your left wrist with your right hand. And then stretch and open over towards the right. It's a nice stretch from the hip flexor on the right side all the way through the side body and towards the hands. You can take your palm face down and see. Yeah. Take 2 more breaths here. And then rise back up towards center. I'm going to give you your blocks here because we are going to move into half split, half Hanumanasana. So heel toe your front foot a little bit more forward. Find your blocks with your hands. Straighten into your front knee as much as you can. And then stay upright. Take an inhale. Reach your heart forward. Exhale, if you can, hinge forward a little bit over your front leg. You can flex a lot. The more you flex through your front toes, the more you will really feel it all through the back of the calf and the hamstring. Can you feel that?
Oh, yeah.
So just breathe here. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Not forever, so that's a good thing. Last one. So from here, just gently wiggle your foot in a little bit. We're going to move into pyramid pose from here. So wiggle your foot in, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. There you go. And then walk your back foot in a little bit more. Daisy May. So walk this foot in, so either about 3 feet apart. Yep, there you go. And you can keep your hands on the, there you go. Got it, pyramid pose. So you can bend your front knee in this pyramid pose as much as you need. It doesn't need to be super straight. And then if you can, if it's available to you, inhaling to lengthen up through your heart and the crown of your head. Exhale to fold and like dome your forehead towards your knee. Keep your hands on your blocks. So if you're really flexible, maybe your forehead touches your knee, but don't worry about it.
Your forehead touches your knee.
So we'll just be here for 3 more breaths. It's a good hamstring opener.
People doing this video cannot forehead to knee. Please comment if you can.
TJ wants you to comment below if you can touch your forehead to your knee. Last breath here. Exhale. You can move the blocks out of the way. Wiggle your back foot back until you find your lunge. So you can leave your hands on the ground. And then step back to a downward facing dog. You can stay in your downward facing dog. You can find a child's pose, or you can move through a vinyasa.
I'm staying.
He's gonna stay for our next 3 breaths.
How's it look?
Stanley thinks it looks good. Everyone's
Expert
in today.
dog.
On your next inhale, lift your left leg high, and we're gonna move through that on the other side.
Okay.
Keep your hips square as much as you can, and then step your foot all the way forward. I'm gonna get your blanket for you, and we are moving into our descending lunge. So release your back foot down, untuck your toes. You can bring your hands to your front quad, your left quad. And then once again, finding that length through your spine. And then if you'd like, finding your shift forward a little bit more, feeling the stretch in the front of the right hip. And then when you're ready, inhaling to lift your hands up. And then grasping onto the right wrist with the left hand and stretching up and over towards the left. Getting that nice side body stretch all through the intercostal muscles. And breathing. Are you guys seeing this? It's so cute. Inhale and exhale. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Like the breath. Good job. And then straighten back towards center. Release your hands to the blocks on either side of your front foot. You can heel toe your front foot forward, moving into that half split once more. Straightening into the front knee. Yeah, one side is normally tighter than the other, so if you're noticing that, that's okay. You can stay upright too. There is nothing saying that you can't. But if you'd like to, after you found that lift, that up, you can begin to hinge forward. And you can bend that front knee if you need. It doesn't need to be super straight.
I don't mind it straight. Yeah, I'm not.
There you go. Yep. Feel it? And just breathe into your left hamstring. It'll feel really good afterwards. Right?
Yeah. Feels good now.
Yes. Take 2 more breaths. And then begin to wiggle your front foot in. We're going to move into our pyramid pose. Tuck your back toes, straighten your back knee and lift up. And then walk your back foot in.
Mailman?
No mailman. It's the landscapers across the street. So,
Sorry, Daisy.
moving into our pyramid pose, you can have those blocks still on either side of your foot. And dome forward.
Oh, yeah.
If you can. Lots of action today at yoga. You can bend into your front knee. Yeah, there you go. Inhale. And exhale. Bending into your front knee. Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Calm, we're doing yoga. We're calm. So take 2 more breaths here, Teach. And then move the blocks out of the way. Bring your hands on either side of your front foot. And then step back to your downward facing dog. Once again, staying or moving through your vinyasa. If you'd like, you can do one final one.
Okay.
From here, inhaling to your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. You can move the blanket out of the way. And make a little pillow with your hands, and you can rest one cheek or your forehead onto your hands. Just rest here, feel your body supported, muscles and bones really heavy, laying on your mat, supported by your mat. And from this place of rest, we are going to find a Sphinx pose. It's a nice back bend, more restorative back bend. So when you're ready, bringing your elbows under your shoulders. There you go. And lift up. Press, bring your hands a little bit forward. Bring your hands a little bit forward. A little bit more. So elbows under shoulders. And then you're going to press into all of your finger mounds, spreading your fingers and pulling your heart space through. Relaxing your shoulders down the back if you can. Breathe here.
You feel in your abs or your abdominals?
Yeah, it should feel a nice stretch for your abdominals. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Turn to the opposite cheek and make that pillow with your hands. You can bring your big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Heels split out to release the sacrum. Make a little more room.
I think I just made a dog bed.
Make a little dog bed. Okay. And then from this place, we are going to find our last downward facing dog. And then walk your feet all the way up towards your hands. And have a seat. Moving into our forward folds. We're going to use our blanket here. So feet long.
My dog had a mouth.
He's got dog hair in his mouth. I have no idea where that came from. We don't have that problem here.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna pad up underneath your knees, especially if they are tight for your forward fold. So legs extending up long in front of you.
I get a lot of modifications.
Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Just allow gravity to help you. Let your arms, your hands rest where they will. And breathe here. Allowing gravity to help you find your way into your forward fold. We've opened up our hamstrings a little bit up until this point, so it should feel good. Does it feel a little better than when we started?
Mm-hmm. I can take this.
He's saying he doesn't even need the blanket, so you can always move the blanket. You can always change your modifications halfway through your pose.
And I'm not touching my toes.
That's okay. It's not about touching your toes. One more big breath in. Full breath out. And then roll through your spine back to center. Facing head. And roll all the way down onto your back. We're going to take our supine twist. You might want to scoot down this way so that your head's still on the mat. Okay. So bring the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Shift your hips up and over towards the left. Yep. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And allow your knees to fall over towards the right. There you go. Bring your arms out to either a T or a goal post. And if you'd like, you can use your right hand on top of your left knee and have that gentle assist there. You can pad up underneath your knee with the blanket as well, but you don't have to.
They're not used to it.
Oh. Maybe you have dogs at home too. Maybe you don't. So you're doing this in peace. Inhale, lift your knees back towards center. Put your soles of the feet on the ground. And then shift your hips up towards the right. Inhale your knees towards center and over towards the left. Same thing on this side. You can take your gaze over towards the right. Maybe your left hand comes and helps you with your twist. Do you want the blanket under your knees?
No.
Come here. Come here. Oh. Inhale your knees back up towards center and release them long out in front of you. And just for a few moments here, find your Shavasana. You can do this seated meditation if you prefer that. Or just allowing your body to feel supported and heavy on your mat, on whatever surface you've chosen to practice. Allowing your body to rest, your mind to find some ease, fully receiving your practice, settling the nervous system. So begin to bring your awareness back to the body, wiggling into fingers and toes. You can take a big full breath in, feel your lungs and your chest, your diaphragm expand. Exhale, release that all out. On your next inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Take a full body stretch, fingertips all the way to your toes. And then draw your knees in towards your chest, double kneaded chest. And allow yourself to fall over towards your right, the left. And then you can just push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. You can bring your hands to your heart space. Thumbs rest on your sternum. Thanking yourself for taking this time for your practice today. I hope you feel a little bit more flexible, mind and body. Thank you, TJ.
Thank you, that was great.
The light and love in me sees and honors the light and love in you. Namaste.
Namaste. That's good.
Thank you all. Hopefully we will see you next week. Thanks for putting up with our circus.
Yeah,
We hope you enjoyed.
You made it great.
Bye-bye.